Well, hello everyone. Good evening. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Um, well, I had a very stressful day. I ended up actually doing a little bit of work most of today, so I didn't. I was planning on going live this morning, but that got canceled. But I am here tonight because I just got home not too long ago. Is the audio coming out okay? Just let me know if you guys can hear me or not. But yeah, I was planning on going live, and in true form, as soon as I make the plan to go live, something happens and I end up having to reschedule it or cancel it. But I'm here, and we're gonna just do a very quick ornament tonight. It's one that I was planning on showing on how to do anyway. Slowing down Joe says, sounds good. Okay, thank you guys. Sounds great. Thank you for letting me know. It's always a trick to handle the technical equipment. So, well, let me first start by doing some shout outs. Let's see who's here tonight. Well, hey, Miss Bonita. Glad you made it here tonight. I decided to pop over to your channel while I stay awake to see Miss T stash her path. Okay. Well, thank you for joining, Bonita. Lisa's here. Thank you for joining. We got Barb McKinley. Hello, Barb. And we got Slowing Down Joe. We got Dorlin Dale here from Colorado Springs. Hello, Dorlin. Carol Eldridge Garcia. Hello. Thank you for joining. Miss Sandra K. You made it. Thanks for joining us. And we got the Irish Sail Lady. And Moldy Lasagna. Christmas, wine, and sewing. Great combination. Hey, Cam. Hope you're feeling better today. Thanks for joining. Teresa Louise is here. Hello, Miss Teresa. And we got Mary Jane Ellinger here. Pat Strawhouse is here. You're a bad influence. I was just about to turn on my lights when your notification popped up. Well, thank you, Pat. Okay, so if I missed anybody, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a gentleman in here. So tonight I wanted to do an ornament that I said I was going to show you one of these nights, so I guess tonight is the night. And let me see if I can find... Yep, it's this one. Okay, so the triangles should look familiar because I've done that before. You can catch, I think it was the very first live in this series that we did. But the middle, I call this or people tend to call this the snow globe ornament, but I just call it the focal point ornament. Call it what you will, it's an ornament nonetheless. So I wanted to make one of these just so that you can say you know how to do one, and maybe you can do one of your own. Okay. These two prints of the gingerbread and the gingerbread house actually came from this fabric strip here. Great news, I was released by the surgeon yesterday. Still need to pay attention to my body. Watch lifting for a while, but she said I can return to a normal life. Hey, thumbs up for that, Kim. That's great news. Hello, Linda. Thank you for joining. For California, pouring rain here. Yes, we do need the rain here in California. Okay, so this fabric strip, it's actually I cut it to about 3 inches. This was actually off of a Christmas panel that I ended up not liking, so I just cut up the panel itself into smaller pieces into something that I would like. And I didn't like the main print. The main print was of a gingerbread house that was quite frankly very scary. It looked something like Christmas and Halloween, got married and had a child. But I did like the border print, which is what this is. So I cut the border. This is about 3 inches, yeah, give or take a 1/4 inch or so. And I figure I can cut each of these elements or each of these prints down to smaller 3-inch squares and use it for an ornament, because I do like these ornaments. I just didn't like the overall panel. So when you're doing an ornament like this and you want to feature a print design, look for designs that have prints that are about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches in size. You can go smaller, but if you're going to go bigger than 2 inches, just know that part of that print is actually going to get covered up by these side triangles here. Now you don't want to cut it, or even if the print is smaller, maybe like if it's a 1-inch print or a 1.5-inch print, you still want to cut a square that's about a 3-inch size, simply because if you cut it to that small size, your styrofoam's going to get exposed here. And you'll see what I mean when we start layering these triangles here. So this styrofoam, by the way, 3-inch styrofoam, you can do a larger. I have done, let's see, do I have it here? I have done larger size ornaments where this is actually a 6-inch ball. And I chose to do it in a larger size because the print here is actually larger. So you can do larger sizes. You just have to make some certain adjustments into like the number of triangles that you got on the side. But I'm just sticking to a 3-inch ball because this is more of a common size for me to use. So let's get this started. Okay, hello to everyone coming in. Hey Tiffany, thanks for joining me so late tonight. Linda Moon, oh, she said we're raining here. I read that. Pat Strawhouse, I don't know if I said hello to you, so hello. John Hare, hello John. Kim says, I got so excited I drove today with no problem, wound up at Hobby Lobby and shopped. My credit card is still whimpering in pain. Hey, transfer the pain, Kim. It's retail therapy. Hello, Ms. Damali. Thank you for joining so late tonight. Or maybe you two are also staying up late just to catch T's Stasher Pass. Okay, so let's get started with this. So I'm going to cut these down. I'm going to actually use this Santa and this reindeer. And I'm going to just cut it right here. These will end up being about 3-inch squares. And I didn't even cut it straight, but that's not really going to matter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fold it in half and fold it in half again. And I just want to get a good gauge as to where the center of the fabric, not the center of the print, the center of the fabric, where is that? And I'm going to stick one of these pins. These are 1-inch dressmaker pins. And I'm going to stick it right where those two folds cross. Now I'm not going to pin, or I'm not going to put the pin all the way through. I just want to use it as a marker. Okay, and styrofoam ball, if you've never seen me do an ornament before, that line you see right there, that I will refer to as the equator. The marking here, North Pole, and then there's a similar marking on this side, which is I refer to as the South Pole. So I'll take the pin and put it right there on the North Pole, pin it down. Now I'm going to eventually remove that pin, but I just want to hold the fabric there. Then I'm going to take one corner, take a pin, whoop. My arm is killing me. I don't know why I choose to quilt small quilting that covers the whole quilt. That is 80 by 83. Oh my gosh. Hey Robin, thanks for joining tonight. Tiffany, you are crazy for doing small motifs on that size of a quilt. It's been windy, damp, and cold. Today I spent 2 hours in Hobby Lobby and spent $142. $50 was in fleece fabric. Was it on sale, Kim? That's the big question. Okay, so what I did here was I pinned one corner down, I pinned the other corner down, and those pins are going to stay, so I'm going to push them all the way down into the styrofoam. The pin here at the top is still, again, I'm going to remove it out, and I'll take the opposite corners. Whoops, maybe not take the center pin yet, because that's going to shift and slide. So this pin here, it's just to prevent this fabric from sliding around on the foam ball. And since I did that, I have to kind of take it out again and reset stuff. So where is the center? So center is about there. Now you don't have to get it exactly right in the center. You can kind of eyeball it. But I do find that if I do eyeball it, because I'm going to get influenced by the design itself, and that's what you don't want to do. So I will pin this one down. And I will pin this one down. Okay, so I'm just pinning the corners here, just to hold the fabric down, and I can finally take this one there that's on the top. I don't know if you can kind of see that. So I'll take that top one out and place it on the final corner there. Okay, I'm back with my dinner in hand. You may start now. What's for dinner, Teresa? If you say tacos, I'm coming over. Yes, it was on sale, better than Joann's prices. Well, that's good to hear. Too bad Hobby Lobby's not open tomorrow, because I would be there and buying some more fabric. Okay, so here's the tricky part. You want to get, you see how it kind of, the fabric pops up right there. You kind of want to smooth it out. You don't, or get it as flat as you can. It doesn't have to be 100% flat, but you just want to get it smooth and down as flat as you can, so that when you do the ornament like this, you don't see folds, you don't see pockets, you don't have kind of crinkles or pleats. That's the word I was looking for, pleats in the design. So you just want to get it as smooth as you can. Now the trick to this is that you're taking something that is flat and square and trying to mold it on something that is round. So eventually, yes, you will have to have a pleat somewhere in the fabric, but you want to hide those pleats to where you know the triangle is going to cover it and hide it. Okay, so we're just trying to smooth out the fabric, and I think I can I'm putting a pleat right here and stretching the fabric toward that corner. And then use your pins to just kind of reinforce and make the fabric stay there. So I can do this one. Okay, now if you do have a little piece that sticks out like that, I wouldn't worry so much about things like this because that's going to get covered up. Elk steak, baked potatoes, and a little green salad. Ooh, that sounds very healthy and hearty. I'm coming over, Teresa. Tomorrow I'm going to start painting ornaments for the grandkids. I got new paints and lots of stuff to add on them to make them fancy. All right, Kim. We'll post some pictures. Let us all see what you got. Okay. So which side did I do? I did that side. Okay. And feel free with that when you're doing this part of it, you know, feel free to kind of take your pins out, relieve the fabric a little bit. In fact, I might do that here. I'm going to take this pin out, and then I'm going to kind of massage the fabric or mold the fabric a little better. I got a pleat right there that I'm trying to get rid of. Maybe I pull it this way. Nope. Or I can actually pleat it right down the center. To there, that's a little better. Okay. So that's a good start to it. Now, anytime, Eric. Okay, I'm coming over. Okay, so these are also 3-inch squares here. I got a number of red and some green here. I'm going to make a tomato colored ornament. These were 3-inch squares and I folded them down. You saw me do this before, but just as a quick reminder, fold it in half once, then fold it in half again. Okay, then you can open it up. Oh, I didn't fold it very good. Let's do that again. Okay, then you can open it up. And the folding is just to help you kind of find where the center of the fabric is. Now, in the other technique, or when we made our first ornament, the star ornament, I had you put a pin right there in the center. In this technique, we're not going to do that. We're still going to fold a triangle. So I'm going to bring one corner down toward that center line. Bring the other corner down toward that center line. So we got a triangle. And I did overlap it a little bit because what I am going to do now is flip it over to the back. And I'm going to push a pin so that it catches the two corners right there. Okay, so if I flip it over, yep, the pin caught the corner that was on this side. When I folded it down, it caught that corner. It also caught the other corner here. Then I'm just gonna place the pin and put it right there on the equator line. Okay, and then you'll have your triangle pointing toward the center. Okay, I'm gonna massage the corners down, put a pin here on the corner, put another pin here on the opposite corner. Now for the top, going to take a pin here. We're going to do something a little bit more decorative. So I got a dressmaker pin here. And I got a bunch of these seed beads, in which I'm going to put one of them on the pin. I don't know if you can see the bead there, but that's just basically to stop or put a stopper on there. And let's see, I got my bead case out. So hope you like snow, Eric. Oh, I love snow. I finally saw snow on my past trip to Utah. It wasn't a lot of snow, it was just a dusting, but I finally got to actually hold snow in my hand. And if you saw the picture, I think I put it on Instagram, where I had a piece of snow and my mouth was wide open because I was in shock that I was looking at snow for the first time in my entire life. Oh, hi, Joni Duffy. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Wanda. Okay, Doc said yesterday that I'm definitely dehydrated and said I need to use more salt. Also need more carbs since my body is so depleted. That's a first. Whoa, I wish I had that problem. Okay, so now with this decorative bead, I'm going to put it right here at the top of the triangle. Just to add a decorative element there. So that's one triangle, and I'm going to alternate colors here. So with the green, again, stay. So with the green, I again started off with a 3-inch square, folded it together, wrong sides together, and then folded that in half again. This will give you some folded lines to where you can then fold your corners in. And again, I'm going to overlap this part just a little bit. So that I can flip it over and stick a pin right through it. Make sure it caught both sides. Yep, caught it. Okay. Now, in terms of, so I put my red down. I'm just going to overlap it to make sure that the point, again, I'm still going to put the pin right there on that equator. Overlap it so that the point of your next triangle kind of meets up to the center of this triangle here. So here, this green, you can kind of see that the point is going to meet kind of toward the center of where the red was. Okay, and you do want to overlap it that much, just to make sure you got the whole ornament covered. And at the same time, I'm going to, again, try and smooth out the center fabric here so that the pleats, if there is going to be a pleat, it's going to be tucked under the triangle so that it's not visible. But I can kind of see there's a pleat right there, so let me stretch that out. Okay. Then I can put another pin on the opposite corner. And let me see if I can make this pleat tuck it under there. Yep, that'll work. And Eric, did you see my snowy road video? Yes, I did, Teresa. Yes, I did. That was a lot of snow, but again, for somebody who grew up in tropical weather most of his life, that would be very exciting for me. Okay, and then I'm going to put my decorative bead. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Doc is a woman and she's tracking my fluids closely. They tried to draw blood and couldn't get any, thus the order for some salt. But it has been sea salt or Himalayan salt. You know, suddenly it's like the world discovered that Himalayan pink salt. It's like we had it for years. Why all of a sudden is it getting so much attention from everybody? Who knows? Okay, so I'm trying to tuck in the fabric so that we can hide the pleats under this triangle. I think that's better. So you can kind of see, well, there is a pleat right here. I don't know if the camera can catch it because it is black on black. But that is going to get hidden with another triangle there, so I'm not worried about that. But let's do the red. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Then I'm going to fold my center and then overlap it a little bit. Turn it over, place my pin right there. Did I get all layers? Nope, missed it. There we go. Hi, Mona. Okay, then again, I'm gonna put the pin on or close to the equator, making sure that I got enough coverage coming out this way so the point comes all the way out to the middle of the previous triangle. Place a pin there. Then I can place another pin here. Now I'll get my, whoop. Yeah, that's one thing about this ornament. If you don't have, or you could use a cover just to, well, no, maybe that won't work, but it's going to roll around, so just be aware of that. Got my seed bead, and then I hope I have enough of these beads to go around. Okay. And let me just hold it right there for a second because I want to make sure that I'm tucking in the fabric and smoothing out my fabric here. Okay, I think I got the pleat out. So 1, 2, 3, and so it takes about 8 of these triangles to go all the way around one side of the ornament. So now we did red, so we can do green. And by the time you get the hang of this, you'll be speeding through all of this rather quickly. Folding, fold, fold. So how is everyone's Christmas holiday thus far? Are we having a good holiday or has it been a bad holiday? Hopefully it's been a good holiday. I have several size styrofoam balls and I have different Christmas fabric. I think will work great with this project. Well, that's good, Wanda. Hope this works out for you. Now again, I'm using a 3-inch styrofoam ball. You can do it with larger size styrofoam balls. Just make sure that you, whatever size styrofoam ball that you use, you make adjustments in terms of the size of these fabric squares that you cut. Or you can use more of them. That's another option. Just, yeah, again, these are 3-inch styrofoam balls, and I used 3-inch squares, or these started off as 3-inch squares. You can do somewhere, like if you got a 6-inch ball, you know, you could probably do like a 4-inch square for these triangle parts. It's just a matter of what the look that you want. Personally, I've always just done, or I've just stuck with these 3-inch size balls. And then if I do a 6-inch, well, again, this was a 6-inch, and I stuck with a 3-inch size square here on the side, but it took way more than 8 of these triangles. Or it took a total of, I think, 16 of these triangles. So 8 red and 8 of the green, just to kind of cover one side of it. Now, of course, I could have gone with a larger sized triangle. I just didn't want to for that ornament. So, but yeah, you can do this, or you can modify these ornaments fairly simply. Okay, so this is a rather difficult pleat, but it looks okay. And okay, I got something that I didn't catch right there, so I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, I'm gonna put a pleat right here at the top. Hold that down with the pin. Okay, and we'll take our pin here. I'm almost finished with Christmas shopping. Plus, I made mug rugs. Oh, that's what I need to do. Mug rugs. Okay, thank you for that idea, Mona. Or Wanda, sorry. So what I am planning to do as a gift for my coworkers was, I know they're all heavy coffee drinkers and tea drinkers, so I bought these mugs when I was on my trip to Utah, and they're like huge mugs. I mean, almost borderline soup bowl kind of mugs. And what I thought of doing was just making a gift basket of various coffees and teas that I can purchase from this one lady that I know of. She sells these teas, exotic teas that are actually fairly good. She doesn't do it online though, so she doesn't have an online store. It's only in person only, sad to say. But I was thinking, yeah, I could actually give my coworkers some of her teas as Christmas gifts and just make like a whole gift basket out of it. And one person saw me do the gift basket ages ago, and she's been begging me to do a live or do a video about it. I'm kind of curious if you guys would want to see me put together a gift basket on one of these live sessions. I was actually planning on doing that anyway, but maybe I'll do it sooner rather than later. Okay, I can pull the pleat What do you guys think? Should I do a gift basket live? Okay, now I have a problem here because we do have some styrofoam showing here. Okay, not to worry. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. And I can see why, because this needs to be more toward there. So I didn't center that correctly, so let me do this over. Okay. You make a mistake, just pull it out and reset. I spent the morning making Christmas stockings for 2023. They go to kids in homeless shelters and are filled with Coast Guard families, filled by Coast Guard families. Oh, that's nice. So I'll put it there. Make sure that we can kind of cover that hole. Okay. I'm stretching it, but yeah, we got it. And I'm going to pull this one down. Pull that down and over so I can kind of put a pin here just to hold that down. There we go. Okay, so now, yep, we got it covered. Got it covered there. Sad, my husband passed away 18 years ago today. A lot of immediate family have passed away during Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shirley. That's always hard when family members pass away so close to the holidays. It's a constant reminder of it. But, well, here's what I say to that. I'll cheer you with an ornament. Cheers, and here's to gooder and better times in the future. Okay. Where in the world is that hole? There it is. My daughter and son-in-law are coming over tomorrow to help me decorate. My daughter died last year on December 12th, so this year is kind of hard for us. Oh, sorry to hear that, Gwen. But at least you still have family there to support you, so that's a good thing, right? Okay, last year before my dad and grandpa died right after Christmas. This year my son, oh wow. Oh, now that's tough. That's hard to hear. Sorry to hear about that, guys or gals. Okay, my neighbors, oh, by the way, for some of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I did have an incident where my neighbor's house burnt down a while back. And they were able to rebuild, and tonight they are actually having a party, a family party. So if you hear chitter chatter in the background, that's their party. Earlier, they were just, oh my gosh. They had a mariachi band and everything going on. So I was like, okay, maybe I can't go live because they were loud. I think it was on block number 4 or block number 5 when we did the 52 weeks, 52 block series where you heard them. And instead of fighting with them, I just joined their party and started singing along to the song. And coincidentally, that is one of the most viewed videos on this channel. Hey Mary, thanks for joining. Glad to see you. What color is your daughter's hair now? Thanks everyone. Thanks heavens, Eric, for Eric going live. I thought I was going to have to watch Soya to keep my mind off of it. I think your credit card is actually thanking you more, Shirley. Are they still on? I mean, it's almost 8:47. Are they still live? Well, I mean, I know their channel's still going. That's not but are they still going? Cuz I know they go on for hours. And I might be visiting their shop really soon because I do have family. Well, the plan of mine was to actually spend Christmas with Tiffany, and I still am going to do that. It's just that my family is in Vegas right now. They leave Christmas Eve, so they're saying, why don't you come up and stop by? So I'm just might, because this is the first time I'm getting to see my mom in 6 months or so. And, you know, she's at the age, or she's at the point where now she's really starting to slow down. So I do want to spend as much time as I can with her. And besides, we always have fun because we always go shopping where everybody else is gambling in Vegas. Oh, okay. I didn't know Soya goes all the way till 9 p.m. Surprisingly enough, she has grown her hair out. I think being a cosmetologist, she realized how damaged her hair was. Ah. So for those of you who don't know, Mary, I've met Mary in person. Was it last year? I believe it was last year in Kansas City. And Mary is one of those that would join us on a Zoom call. And a few times her daughter would kind of pop in to say hi on the Zoom call. And her daughter's hair was always a different color. Sometimes it was pink, sometimes it was purple, sometimes it would be blue. And so we started taking notice of that. And every time I would see Mary, I would ask her, what's the daughter's hair color this month? Yeah. Speaking of which, there is a Zoom chat going on tomorrow night starting at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you are part of the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, or if you're part of the Tea Quilts Facebook group, the information and link is posted on those Facebook group pages, so you can check it out there. And if you are interested in joining us, we would love to see you on Zoom. And what we do on those Zoom calls is we just talk to each other, share stories, share tips. We ask questions of various quilters. Again, Mary was one of those quilters that would join us. Barb, I think, joins. Well, actually, I know Barb has joined a few times. So come check us out or come join us tomorrow night. And with that, I will not be going on live tomorrow night because I'm usually the host of the Zoom chat. So I do have to be on that call. Again, and for those of you that don't know about Zoom, it is a free service. Well, to sign up and create an account is free, but if you want to host them, and you can join group meetings for free. I have a paid subscription, which is why I can host a Zoom chat. But for everyone else that would like to join, it's a free service. Okay, this ornament looks a little off-centered, so I'll have to fix that later. Or maybe I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. Maybe we'll do something. But yeah, so if you would like to join the Zoom, just you can go to the Facebook groups, or you can send me an email and I can send the link to you. You can sign up for an account. Again, signing up for an account is free. And to join the meeting is free as well. And, you know, we have fun on these chats. We met in real time a year and a half ago. Wow. Was it really that long? Oh, geez. That's right. The pandemic was just starting, and I ended up in Kansas City to go to the Kansas City Regional Quilt Show. Okay, so I'm starting on the second side. Whoops. Don't want to stick the pin all the way down. Now, some people are very, how do I say, very meticulous about this. I'm not, but they just want to make sure that this side and that side are matching up. Yeah, I'm not very particular about that, but you could, if that matters to you, you can kind of eyeball it. And I hear my phone going off. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my mom's been texting me nonstop. I'm surprised she even knows how to text. She's been giving me updates about what's going on with the lava flow, even though she's not even there right now. Actually, wait, are they there? No, they're not there. Wait, no, they are there. What am I talking about? Yeah, they leave later this week. Or next week, or this coming week, I should say. And, okay, so making sure that again, if it matters to you, that the print on this side is facing the same direction as the print on that side. And I'll fix that later, because I just want to get this ornament done on a live session. Again, smoothing out the pleating, smoothing out the fabric, and then if we need to make pleats, just to get it as flat as we can. And I'm going to just pin these 2 points here. Whoop, got 2 pins that time. Teresa, it'll be 6 p.m. Pacific, so that'll be 8 p.m. Central. and 9 p.m. Eastern. We go for roughly about 3 hours or so. People kind of just pop in and pop out as they go. We don't have any like scheduled agenda. It's just us doing projects and chit-chatting, somewhat borderline gossiping. Okay, good night, Tiffany. Okay, now you don't necessarily have to line, I don't usually line up the triangles, and you don't necessarily have to. I know some people get real meticulous about that. I'm not one of them. But what you do want to do is just make sure that your triangles go all the way up to a certain point. So again, I'm just putting that center, kind of lining it up there. I'm going to place a pin at the corners. Okay, and do my decorative pin at the top. Something like this is very repetitive, almost like quilting. Okay. Oh, is Casey playing tomorrow? And who are they playing? And we'll put a decorative pin here at the top. $305. Oh, Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver. Yeah, you better win. Mom, you sound like Grandma. Your voice is like hers. It made me cry and laugh. Well, that's a compliment. Okay, and then I'm going to place this one here. Is that going to stretch long enough? Yep, that'll be good. Pin there. I don't know why I have the thimble. Not like I'm using it much on this. This styrofoam is like butter. These pins are going through really nicely. And we'll do the decorative one. And we'll put this one right there on the top. Okay, I see a pleat developing there, so I'm going to see if I can pull this down or see what I can do to kind of mitigate that. Okay. If I can be a small percentage of the woman she was, I will consider myself a success. Oh, Kim, you are a success. You're a champion. What are you talking about? in my opinion, if you raise children, you're a success. Or if you raised your kids to be decent human beings, that's a success, especially in this world. I think it's right there. Because, you know, so many parents these days, especially younger parents, don't, they have kids. I mean, I hate to pass judgment on people, but, you know, they didn't raise their kids very well, or with good morals, I should say. And so now their kids are having kids, and it's like the same thing going around. Okay, I'm gonna at least pin this side for a second. Hold that down. Then I'm gonna smooth everything out, or try my best to smooth everything out there, so I can actually fold it here and then hide it. Nope. Which is why I kind of wanted to pull it this way, because it'll cooperate a little better, but kind of looks like that's not gonna, or that pleat is actually gonna show right if I leave it there. So let's pull it this way, and let's see if I can smooth this out. And loosen that pin out for a second, and then I can tuck that fabric under there. Then let's put a pin there, hide the pin under the fabric here. Then I can kind of stretch this out a little more and cover it there. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, that worked a little better, a lot better actually. Okay, that works. And we'll do the decorative pin. Good night, Mary. Well, she's probably gone by now, but good night, Mary. The kids in Walmart yesterday were little brats. It drove me nuts. Right, Teresa? That's this generation. Sad to say. That's the future of our country. I can't go in store with kids running and screaming like maniacs. Gives me a panic attack. Try the movie theaters. I mean, when the kids' movies are out sometimes, I just go to, if I really want to see that kid movie, and yes, I will see a cartoon. I'm still a kid at heart sometimes. But, you know, some of these kids' movies actually have adult humor in them. And when I really want to see a kids movie or like a cartoon animation movie, I will go to the very last showing on a weekday, so I know that there's not going to be some screaming kids during the movie talking. and to because that is what irritates me the most, is when you're trying to watch a movie and someone's talking, constantly talking. And these days, kids are playing on their phone and during the movie theater, and the light on the phone is so bright, and it's a little distracting. Well, it's very distracting, I would say. Now this needs to move over. Oh yeah, that's way over. Okay, so this. Hey Jim, we were just talking about soya. Okay. There is a little pleat right there and that's not really good. Well, let me take this pin out and pull the fabric down better so that I can hide the pleat. Yeah, I think that'll work better. So let me stick this pin temporarily right there. I will make my decorative one. Now, has anyone visited the new? I know Soya moved their store. I'm just curious if anyone has visited the new store. Because I've been to the old one, and that old one was in a warehouse, and it was huge. Let's just say that. Which I was not expecting. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can put this one aside for get that ready for the next one. Okay. Okay, this is looking a lot better. I actually got after a kid one day in Walmart for being disrespectful to his grandmother, and then a Vietnam veteran. I got some applause and was thanked by both. Good for you, Kim. Yeah, see, when I was growing up, spanking a kid was not illegal. These days, it's like if you lay a hand on the kid, oh boy, you get in so much trouble, even if it's just for disciplinary reasons, not like any. Well, of course, I don't condone any child abuse, but sometimes, I don't know, I tend to think kids just need a good spanking and some disciplinary action. Of course, I know that's going to be a very controversial topic for discussion, so I better stop there and just leave it at that. Let me adjust this out, move it over a little bit. Yeah, that'll be enough to cover that. And just massaging the fabric down. So, okay, yeah, that'll work. Looking for a little package Wednesday, Eric. Oh, look for a little package. Okay, okay. Thanks for the heads up, Anne. You know, our mail service has been, I mean, I hate dogging the United U.S. Postal Service, but our mail service has been very inconsistent. So I hope, you know, honestly, I just hope that the post office will get their act together. All my dad had to do was point his crooked finger at me, right? Yeah. Or they just give you that look and you know you're in for it. That's it. But yeah, I mean, even if you give your kids a nasty look these days, parents are sometimes scared that they'll be thrown in jail for that. Because sometimes they are. And I don't know, to me, yeah, well, let's just leave it at that. Again, because I know that's a rather controversial topic. The mom look. Yeah, my mom had a look. Like, you could tell when she was not happy. She still does the look, actually. Not as often. Nah. Okay, got maybe 3 more. And then we are about ready to wrap up this ornament. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this ornament, to be quite honest. Oh, 2 more. Really? Oh, okay. Took me a little over an hour. Goes right there. Okay. Does anybody watch the Hallmark Channel? Because I am a. This might surprise some of you, but I am a sucker for some of those Hallmark Christmas movie things. Good night, Mona. Thanks for joining, or thanks for stopping by. My poor postal guy was the only one waiting on us customers today. The long line got longer and longer. Oh gosh, you know, I feel bad for them because I know they're facing budget cuts and staffing cuts. And yet I see an ad in the newspaper, we're hiring. So it's like, what? You guys are doing budget cuts and staffing cuts, but then you put an ad out there that you want to hire more people. So I don't know if it's just staffing shortages or just Not qualified people? I don't know. We knew we were in trouble when our mom used our middle names. Oh, there's that too. Yep, the full name. Yes, I love Christmas movies. Okay. I love Hallmark Channel. I stream it through Peacock. Oh, I didn't know it was on Peacock. Okay, I usually get it on Amazon Prime. Okay. Now, are any of you guys fans of that show, When Calls the Heart? Hallmark is on all the time here. Oh. Oh, hang on one second. Sorry about that. Okay. Remember to thumbs up, share, subscribe. Yes, thank you, Kim, for the reminder. I should mention, well, I hate doing this, but we are very close to 2,000 subscribers. So that was one of the goals I wanted to do for this year, was to just reach that point. So if you guys wouldn't mind helping me and just asking your friends to check out the channel, maybe they'll subscribe, maybe we can hit that 2,000. I would certainly appreciate it. Now, again, this channel is not a money-making it's not a money-making endeavor for me. I just come on YouTube just for the sake of sharing and having fun with it, although it is a lot of work. I will say that. But yeah, I was kind of fairly shocked that I'm at the point with this YouTube channel as I am right now, being that we're almost to 2,000 subscribers. So I thought it was going to take me a lot longer to achieve this. So I certainly appreciate everyone for hanging in there with me and just following me. And I hope you guys enjoy the stuff that I've been doing and putting up with my antics sometimes. And well, I guess that now is a good time to just start sharing what I got planned for 2023, which I've been kind of working on certain things. So a while back, I made a promise that we would start doing product review videos. And I am planning the first one to do. Now, I got to handle this kind of a little bit carefully because you want to give an honest product review, but you don't want to damage the reputation of certain companies. So, and so I got to kind of watch how I say things on there, on those type of videos, but that is coming. And I'm experimenting with a new series in which I'm going to actually explain the story behind the quilt before we show you how I made the quilt. So kind of like a trunk show, but just in a more dramatic video form. Okay. So that's coming up. And then of course I do have another sew along coming in, or starting in January, in which we'll be dealing with scraps and crumbs and all strings. So we got that coming along. When calls the heart. Yes. Barb, were you upset when Daniel Lissing left the show? Because I certainly was. So the issues today is the schools. Tell the kids everything is abuse or neglect. Yeah, that's certainly part of an issue. I just shared in my Facebook group. I hope it helps. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I share with 2 close friends and we'll share more. Thank you, Kim. Okay, so what did I just do? So this was a 4-inch strip of fabric, and I folded this down in half. Then using that center fold, well, you can't see it in the camera, I folded the edges in, and I use that 4-inch strip to be the band, which is this. And with the band, I am actually going to cover up all that center, wrap it around to kind of, and we're just covering where the 2 sides meet up and covering all those pins and all that ugliness under there so that it can kind of hide all of that. So again, 4-inch strip, fold the edges of the fabric in toward the center. Now I could use it with this thickness, but instead I folded that in half again to make it a little bit more narrow, and wrap it around. You kind of want to wrap it a little bit tighter so that it's not so loosey-goosey. Wrap it around. Okay, and then overlap here on the top anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch or so, just enough so that when you insert your pin, you're grabbing, or it's not going to come out. And I am placing 2 pins here at the top. And I'm going to use the thimble on this one because there's a lot of fabric under there. So I put one toward the left side and the other toward the right side. Okay, and then we'll shift this down a little bit because I don't think I got it quite centered. Okay. Now what I could also do is place a pin here at the bottom, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit more decorative there at the bottom. So that's the ornament. I'm not going to let this side bother me so much. I'm just going to focus in on this side, the pretty side. Bad side, good side. Okay. Or maybe I'll just use this in a wreath somewhere. Okay. Now, there's the ornament. So true, Jam. I cried when Daniel Lissing left. He's an amazing actor. Yes, he is. But I was glad to see that he is starring in some of those, a few of those Hallmark Christmas movies. He was a loss to the show. I've seen him on other programs from time to time. He has a British accent in real life. You know, it's interesting. He's from Australia, from down under, but he does sound British, actually. Okay, cute. Well, thank you, Bonita. Okay, how would you put a loop? Okay, I'm assuming Wanda, I'm assuming you're talking about the hanger, as I've been referring to it in the past. So let's do that. Okay, so I got some satin ribbon here. This is a, what I keep forgetting. What is this? Yeah, 1/4 inch satin ribbon. Okay. But before I get to that, I need to, yeah, I want to cover this part up a little bit. Let me trim that off there and switch on the glue gun. And I do need to put something here at the bottom so that the band, because I can kind of feel it shifting when I'm working with it. So here is what I'll do. I'll take these beads, by the way. Let me show it to you here. These beads, I mean, I got all of this, and I've had this for a while, but they all came from Walmart. Now, Walmart, I mean, they're nothing special. They're not like real gems or stones or anything. But I will say I was quite shocked that Walmart has a very extensive jewelry section. And so most of these beads, actually all of these beads, came from Walmart. And you can buy the same thing at like Joann's for double the price. I mean, one strand of these beads were like $5 at Joann's, whereas at Walmart they were $1.99. So, yep. Could you use fabric glue for the band? You could, actually. Fabric glue or hot glue might work better. I've never used, I don't think I've used fabric glue to put the band on, but I have used like a hot glue gun and just put dabs of glue around it just to secure it in place. But using pins like this works just as well, and it adds a bit more of a decorative element to it. So I can do one there, and maybe I'll do two on the side. Hold on, let me see what that would look like. I'll do this purple or this pink. Kind of eyeballing where that side would be. Oh, bent the pin. Shoot. Okay, let me redo that. Okay, that pin is gone. There and there. So I can pin it. There, that looks better. One there. Ooh, like a tiger bead. Ornament is adorable. Thank you, Kim. Then I can put it there. Okay. And I'm going through kind of a lot of layers of thickness here. So this is why the pins might not cooperate. And I might actually be hitting a pin right there. There we go. little off-centered, but I can live with that. Thank you, Teresa, for the reminder of the thumbs up. Let's see, how big of a loop do I want to make? Okay, so before I make the hanger, or as part of the hanger, I will make the bow on the top. And I think about that size loop is good enough. So I will unwind my ribbon, and I'll do maybe about 4 or 5 loops on each side. So there's 2. And 2. And 3. Whoops. It flipped over. So let me redo that. Loop 3. 3, 4, 4, and 5. Okay, 5 and okay, this is going to be kind of a fluffy loop. And I will take this and try and take a pin and I'm just going to sew the pin on through all the layers. Try not to pin myself. Did I get all the layers? I think I did. And I'll cut an extra piece. Sew that through. Oh, nope, wrong way. Put the bottom in. Yeah, put the bottom end down. And loop it around. Wow, this is going to be a big bow. I can trim that. Well, don't cut the pin. And we will place this, let's see, right on the top. Okay, then I can start kind of fanning out the loops a little bit. Stretch that out. And I can fan this side out. And this is looking a little scraggly. But But the more you tease it, the better it can look. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's a big bow on the top. But let me see if my trick can work. So, one thing I always do, if you make a bow and it looks a little blah, okay, just start decorating and start inserting stuff in there to see if it'll liven it up. So I got these bells here that I can kind of insert. I'm placing one there on the top. That'll hold that down. Then I can start fanning them out, or fanning these loops out. And I will place maybe one here. Whoops. Ow, I got glue on my thumb. Oh, God, that burns. Whoops. Okay, that just slid. Let's redo that. There we go. Then I can place one here. Okay. Looking a little better, a little more lively, a little more festive. Then I will place another one under here. Maybe okay, I definitely need one here. And maybe one last one under here. Yeah. Okay. I just find that when you have a bow that doesn't quite come out to your liking, sometimes just adding, well, in this case, I got these jingle bells here, but placing something in between the loops can kind of liven up the bow and make it a little bit more festive, in my opinion. There's different styles of bows, though, that you can make. Like this one turned out to be really huge. So, yeah. Oh, okay, that did not stay on. So let's re-glue this one. And where was this one? Oh, yeah, this is the one that was under here. So I shall place that right there. Okay. Okay, so now the bow is kind of a little bit more festive, in my opinion. At least it's standing up now. Okay. And that is tonight's ornament. I might add a few more things or a few more embellishments of it, but you kind of get the idea of how to make this. I think I made the bow a little too big, but that's okay. Here is the sample. Here is the one we made tonight. I think I'm going to decorate this one a little bit more. But there you have it. Okay. So that's really nice. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Shirley. I got a bunch of those little bells today, and some are only pea size. Really cute, though. Yeah, they come in handy when you need them, Kim. Hey, Ms. Remo. Good morning to you. Wow, it is past midnight. Okay. Finally got glue sticks for my glue gun. Now can't find the glue gun. So cute. I have to catch you on a replay. Thank you, Remo. And don't forget Zoom tomorrow night. Okay. So that's this ornament. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this in the collection of gifts that I'm giving out to my coworkers. But yeah, or at least I'll have a version of this to give out to them. Or maybe I'll stick this in a wreath, because I do need to make one more wreath. Because I'm not so happy about this side, but at least this side looks decent. Okay, but you get the idea of how to make the ornament. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I'll hang on for a minute or two just to see if anybody's got any more questions. Now, again, we are not, or I will not be going live tomorrow night because we do have the Zoom chat. So, but we will continue. Well, you know the story. Every time I say we're going on live at a certain time, something happens. Case in point today. I got called, or I ended up working most of today. Oh, troll. Thank you for whoever caught that. So Monday we will come back on, hopefully. I don't want to jinx it, but I will try my best to come back on Monday. Again, tomorrow night we are not going to be, or I'm not going to be doing a live. If I do get this video done tonight, you might see a pre-recorded video of some gift wrapping that I've done. So again, if I do get this video done tonight, I will upload like a pre-recorded video of some of the gift wrappings that I've done thus far. But again, and we will knock on the cutting mat that I can resume the lives Monday night. Okay. But yeah, this was the ornament. I think it's kind of cute. I'm not happy with this side, but this side is kind of cute. Okay. So I'm off to get some sleep. Got to get up early tomorrow. Thank you, Wanda, for joining. So we're going to go ahead and end here. So we want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me so late. And yeah, again, no live tomorrow, but we will resume on Monday. Knock on cutting mat that I don't get held up at work and such. So yeah, thank you for the live and the company. It's been wonderful. Take care, stay safe, God bless. Same to you, Kim. All right, so with that, guys, stay warm, stay healthy, stay happy. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I shall see you on Zoom tomorrow night. All right, take care.